How's everybody doing? Comics here. And I got to tell you, I know you've heard me go on and on and on and on and on and on about the old fashions and the bourbon and BS show, but I just got myself some. What did I get myself? Here we go. I just got myself some cinnamon syrup, and I've been looking for it for a while because Mitch Gerard has it as the guy who does the illustrations on some of Tom King's stuff. He's a big bourbon and old fashioned drinker, and he actually he has it as an ingredient in one of his old fashions. I never heard of cinnamon syrup before, but I'm like sugar and cinnamon together in a liquid form. All right, we'll go for it. I have been using cinnamon syrup way too much in the last 3 or 4 days since I got the bottle, just to pump up my old fashions. And oh my god, I don't put any simple syrup in anymore. Just a little bit of cinnamon syrup over the ice. Then I add the bourbon. Hey, and I add the bourbon. Hey, lady, and a little bit of bitters. Now I've also gone stupid on the bitters. I now have what do I have? Fig and fennel bitters, which are really good, and grapefruit bitters. And both the glasses that I have for the bitters, the jars, sorry, the screw top is also a dropper. So you just like squeeze, take it out, and I can also use it to stir. So cheers to everybody out there. Say hello, and I'm gonna lower this just a tad. Still trying to do the new setup, which is so funny because it's so it's so similar to the old setup. Literally, the only thing different here is what's up, Rock City? Um, hey, however you like your Rock City, like I make a joke out of the pretentiousness of my bourbon drinking, because the whole point of the bourbon and BS show that I do at night is when I do the taste test, I really I really don't know what the difference is to a great extent. I always look at the tasting notes. So I'll do a taste of a new bourbon. And hold on 1 second. Coming. How you doing? Boss lady's upstairs. She's happy with everything, so all good.
All right. I got a receipt.
Nice, nice. Sorry about that. I'm getting work done on the house, so I've got some people coming in. So yeah, I just make a joke about like the bourbon and the types of the types of what's it called? The types of bourbon and how I don't really know the tasting notes. Like red wine, I was actually getting really good at red wine and getting those tasting notes. Bourbon is a lot harder. Jim Beam is fine, if you like it, stick with it. That's just the way it is. I know you want those Miss Marvels. I do have some extras, lady, but I'm not sure if they're in the freebie range yet. Let's see. I have a message here to check my IG for another message. Some sort of message. Gotcha. All right. I hear you, man. So I forgot. I forgot things. So yeah, if Jim Beams works for you, Evan Williams, I don't even know that one, but like I say, whatever works. So here is the deal with comic books and the haul that I did recently. And it goes simply a little bit like this. G.I. Joe run. Unfortunately, to call these reader copies is an insult to readers. I'll just go through them a little bit with you. These will be up for sale somewhere. They are not. They are not. The first 10 or 20 of them are not in the best of shape. So we got G.I. Joe Yearbook #1. G.I. Joe #1. But when I say not in the best of shape, as you get up close there, no, Lady Fantastic, not close to near mint. Um, pretty not near mint. What's up, Wolf? So yeah, we 1 and 2 and 3. Sorry, not 3, 4. And if you notice, the yearbook and number 1 aren't in bags because I couldn't fit them in my regular bags. They're just too spine rolled and too thick. 6, and I just love these covers, man. Just absolutely love these covers. Always have. Here's 7. Isn't that great? Look at that. Dun 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 dun. I just did an A-Team theme song for GI Joe. Yo, Joe. Now, poor man, you can have them $1 each, a little bit more for the expensive ones. But you see that Spidey? They don't come in red. Somebody done gun and colored it in when they were a kid. My LCS got these from a friend who had some comics left over or something. So there's number 8, missing 9, but there's 10. I think I'm going to offer these up like on an auction for $1 each. These make good Saturday morning cartoon crew auction stuff because they're just, they're dollar books. Now, once you get up to like 11, now, hey, what's up, Peter Parker? Now they are more in the range of just a few ticks, but I'd say these are actually decent. The first 10, were 3.0 and 4.0. They weren't missing a cover. They didn't have major tears. They were just dirty and crinkled. You could press them to like a 5. So I didn't spend a lot on this at all. But it's a nice newsstand, and I love this cover of Cobra Commander. Yeah, it's just nice to get a run, and the covers are cool. I love this one where that crazy scientist guy tried to kick Snake Eyes out of the airplane. It's like, don't kick a ninja out of the airplane, or else. And yes, we are getting to some of the big ones. So we already had number 1. Um, and I'm not sure if the Spidey box, I mean, not this Spidey box, but the uncolored Spidey box. I'm not sure if the uncolored, the uninked Spidey box means it's second or just that's what the direct were. But these might all even be second prints for all I know. This one is cracks me up because this looks like the first appearance of Bloodshot in that Ninjak number 6 and 7, or is the first appearance of Ninjak in Bloodshot 6 or 7, the one where he's falling out of the plane. I mean, I guess there's only so many ways to fall out of a plane. I can't really say what's what, but this one now, you see this ticked a lot, right? And other than being ticked, this one's in pretty decent condition. Right? This is not as bad as those first 10. I really first appearance of Crutch. We need to make a character called Crotch Shot, man. That's just such like an Evan is it even Scriber thing to do. Crotch Shot. So yeah, this is pretty nice. I still want to get a really good copy of this in raw, which is hard to do. When I was in college, the Spidey is not in color. The Spidey is colored in, hence lowering the value of the comics by quite a bit. So yeah, I really want to. And when I was in college, we had this band. I can't remember what it's called. No, we didn't have a band. We had a concept for a band, and we were like, it wasn't Crotch Shop, but it was like Bikini Tank or something. Someone lovingly colored in the lines. They didn't marker it, and we just had all these like really bad cheesy 80s metal innuendos to our band names and our song names. It was like sinking the 8 ball, and just really really horrible stuff. And that's what Crotch Shop reminded me of. 22, another great cover. Destro. Look how Destro is so close to destroy. Cobra Commander is in cuffs. Will he escape? You don't know. Here's a great one. I always wanted one of these like flying suits that they had. Pretty cool. Storm Shadow. Now these next 2, I love 21. I mean, I think it's worth the I think issue 21 is worth the acclaim that it has. Story wise, I'm not sure if it holds up 100% to like modern storytelling, but I think it holds up like 85, 90%. But it was the first all silent issue, and the artwork on that was phenomenal. There's one panel. I'm talking about one single panel in an entire comic where the artist, where Scarlett's her name, right? Uh, just has this goofy smile on her face, and the way it's painted on the or printed, it just looks like she's got smeared lipstick. But that's one panel out of an entire freaking comic. That's pretty impressive. And so yeah, I'm pretty ecstatic with my with issue 21. But issue 26, and this is pretty ticked up and has a spine roll. And issue 27, the origin of Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow, and first appearance of Soft Master and Hard Master. I won't even make a joke about those two names. Those are really, really good issues as well. Really great story. I'd say almost as good as 21. Some really fine storytelling from Larry Hama. There you go, with a little more Joe. Even more Joe. I love this one. Great perspective on these. Really, really nice. Even more Joe. All right, so we're looking at 30 there. And I forget these guys called the Roughnecks or the Leather Raiders or some silly name like that. Pinky Tuscadero and the Leatherettes. I can't remember. But they were bad guys. Obviously, you can tell because they've got a ponytail and a mohawk and a chainsaw. Good guys never use chainsaws in comics. This is another one I really, really like. Right? Destro breaking in on Snake Eyes. You know Snake Eyes is getting the better of him, but just the cover makes you think, or at least it used to make me think before I learned about cliffhangers. Uh-oh, my hero's in trouble now. What are we going to do? Dun, 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 dun. You know, so like Cobra Commander here is Trump, and here's all like the fascist morons driving out with their stupid flags in their trucks trying to harass people. Very, very prescient Larry Hama was. Here we go with 36. You know, these later ones are pretty nice and not that ticked up at all. So I got a real mixed bag here. Getting run over by a 18-wheeler. And then the last one I got was there. So about 30 in all. Not a complete run, but a nice run. Like I said, oh, okay. Perhaps you were correct then. Like I said, I got them just because I couldn't leave them hanging there. I can sell them for $1 each, and my goal on our Saturday morning cartoon crew is not to like make hundreds of dollars, but just to make a tiny bit more or to break even. Sometimes breaking even is good enough, or losing money if I can make some room in the comics. That's all that I'm there for. That's all that I'm there for, is breaking even. What's it called? Yeah, so we're definitely looking at a nice run of GI Joe that somebody will appreciate for a decent amount of money. Next set of comics are, some of them are a bit more pricey, some of them are not for sure. Went to a shop near me. Every time I go in there, I say, hey, you know, get new comics, and this is not a comic book shop. This is a sporting goods store, sporting card store that also dabbles in comics and also dabbles in Pokemon cards, and like, you know, mixed media store basically. So when you get one of those stores, they often don't know everything about comics. I mean, they can look up stuff on their phone like the rest of us, so they're not totally ignorant. Sometimes you get good finds. So they did have new comics out. This whole pile right here were just dollar books. And I found some good dollar books that they had. This is actually from that first haul with the G.I. Joe. You can see somebody colored in. But this is the first issue, I believe, where Defenders became New Defenders. There's a marriage in here, and this is this great cover. Moondragon, one of my favorites, and Beast and Angel. Is that Gargoyle? Yep, Gargoyle and Iceman and Valkyrie. I always thought this is like, it was like some leftover X-Men from the original team, right? You got Angel before he's Archangel, you've got Beast, and you've got Iceman there. And you've got like a Norse hero goddess, and then you've got Gargoyle and Moondragon, who are just on the more like mystical side of things, but are really um, apart as far as their origins go. So just love that team. Really like that run. Um, She-Hulk joins the FF for $1. I picked, not even $1. It was just mixed up with those GI Joes. So now here's that sporting goods store, sporting card store. I'm going to keep saying sporting good forever. For $1, here's Sin City. This is the first appearance of Marv. This is the first Sin City comic. A Dame to Kill For. I got issue 1, issue 2, some good Frank Miller work. Issue 3, issue 4, and say what you want about the 90s, but they weren't afraid to overemphasize female anatomy and go for really cliche bondage poses. Here's issue 5. I'll just let you giggle at that. Which, if you watch the movie, they were actually pretty true to the movie to some extent. And issue 6. So for $1 each, pretty happy with that. Then I dipped further into their dollar bin. And they put this one in with the new collection. First appearance of Hellboy. For $1. This is immaculate. This is something that is going to stay with me for a while. Pretty darn happy with that one. This is second appearance of Kabuki from, or maybe it's a later one. It says Act 2, so I actually don't know. I like Kabuki. I love David Mack, but I don't know much about it. But in issue 2, I think I've got issue 1 somewhere for $1. I'll take it. I have this series twice. Probably find it again. This is just a single issue, but this is my all-time favorite, like Wolvie story, Wolvie and Kitty. My first crush was Kitty Pryde back when I was 13. Just a later issue of Thing for $1. I'm trying to collect this run. Absolutely love this storyline, I should say. I think I have one of these two, but I don't have them in newsstand. And I'm collecting both runs of What Ifs. So I got What If the Avengers Lost Operation Galactic Storm, Part 1. Dun dun dun. What If They Lost It, Part 2. Dun dun dun. I don't know what Cap is wearing, but if you were to look at like his butt, it would probably not be America's ass in that particular shot. And then this is not a key or anything, but I've got a few odd issues from this Miss Marvel run, and for $1, I'll take number 21. For show. Let me find out what else I got from that shop. So I got this the other day. Just a random. Hey, Brendan, how you doing, my friend? This just came randomly in a Mile High mystery box. Don't buy Mile High mystery boxes, but I just have this Pressman or Whitman variant because it's got the diamond at the top, and there you go. Nothing special about that. Just another Fantastic Four, 35 centers, so pretty cool. Good to see Brendan here. Brendan, I still have a pile of your books on the bed there. I'm taking a break, but the gang is back in about an hour. Hey, Jasir. Thank you very much, sir. Yeah, the Saturday morning cartoon crew plus 3 or 4 is doing an auction. It looks like they kind of melded with Jay Blitz's key unit. I just, because it's Halloween, I want to spend some time with my kids. I was getting a bit burnt out. I took today off. Here I am on YouTube doing a live comic book thing, but I'll definitely be back there next Saturday at our regular time. They just dropped the time back a few hours because Shorty's got to sleep and get her Taco Bell. But check that out. Now here's the big one that I got from where is it? Here's the big one I got from my LCS, along with all those GI Joes. Oh, nice! Congratulations, Brendan. So here's what I did. Sometimes I'm so stupid. I don't spend time. I saw this, and I saw that 12. I said, first appearance of Juggernaut in a pretty decent condition. I mean, the pages are off white, but not like cream, even just off white. It's got a few ticks. The back is clean. There's no major rips or anything. I'm like, that's good. He's probably charging a lot for issue 12, first appearance of Juggernaut. I asked him, he said $200. I'm like, let me take a look at that. That's like $1,000. Come on. And so I bid on it. And then I got home, I realized this is issue 13, the second appearance of Juggernaut. It only costs you 12 cents, but it's issue 13. Where 200 is not a ridiculous amount for this in this condition, but it's fair market value. I didn't get a great deal. I could easily see a larger shop charging more for it, so I think I did pretty good. But it's issue 13, second appearance of the Juggernaut. Uh, I firmly was against collecting older X-Men, but now I've got two that I'm pretty darn happy with, and Rod the Rican is supposed to be gifting me another one, so maybe I am getting issues 1 through 93. Who knows? All right, back to the rest of that shop. Since I found those dollar books, I was willing to spend a little bit more on some bigger books. And so I did. And so I did. I spent, I think, $10. Still polybagged with the poster. Simpsons #1. I have Simpsons #2 to go with it. I have Radioactive Comics #1. So I'm pretty happy. Pretty happy with my Simpsons game. That's enough Simpsons game for me. I actually liked this show a lot, as ridiculous as this is. Just look at it. But I actually thought the show was pretty darn good. Warrior Nun Ariala. Um, so yeah, I just picked it up. I wanted it. I'll probably keep it for a couple of years and then decide I don't want it anymore. But I'm pretty happy with that one. Now these next two weren't too much, but what caught my eye was Newsstand. Newsstands in a 9.8 of this are commanding huge money. This is as nice a copy as I've seen. I still don't think it's a 9.8, but I'm going to get it pressed and cleaned and take a chance. Maybe to get whoever sends it in, probably Erod, though I've been planning on sending Erod books for 2 years, so maybe I'll never do it. But if I could get this pressed and cleaned and it comes back in 9.8, it was well worth the money spent on it. Yeah, I just don't know. It's really nice. We'll see. We'll see. Just because it was there, I grabbed this one too. That's also Newsstand. There's nothing special about this one. There's no buzz about this one other than I like the set of the red, blue, black, and green foil covers for the different Spider-Mans that came out. These are definitely to read and then to pass on, but this is kind of cool. Death, The Time of Your Life. This was $1. Issue 2. This was $1. Issue 3. This was $1. He has a copy of Sandman 8. I already bought one from him. And he was offering it to me. It was listed as 60. He was offering it 40. And it had one big tick. This is high cost of living. It just had one big tick. And yeah, it didn't look like it was worth it. And certainly, since I already have one for the PC, I would only be buying it to resell. And it just didn't make sense to me to do that, so I didn't, because I only like to do things that make sense, like spending $200 on the second appearance of Juggernaut. Yeah, I hear you, Brendan. I've gotten one book graded, and it was a disappointment so far. So funny story. I don't know if poor man is still here. Funny story about this. about 3 months ago, poor man sent me a copy of this. This is an homage to X-Men 134, 136. I think it's 134. I can't remember. I can never remember. But it's the one where after the death of Jean Grey, Cyclops leaves the X-Men. Um, and he's like, "Oh, dude, here's another one for your homage covers you collect." I'm like, "Oh, cool, thank you." So I went and looked it up on eBay, found out it wasn't coming out for a while, so I pre-ordered it, and then forgot about it. And then about a week ago, poor man was like, "Hey, you should get this," and he sent me a picture of it, and I'm like, "Oh, that looks cool." And I checked eBay and I realized I'd had one on order for 2 months, so I got my homage cover. Yay! This one, I'm not a big showing off new comic book day books because I feel like everybody gets the same books and nobody needs to see me going through the same thing that everybody else has seen. But I just wanted to show you that. That's done with like ink and pencil. Like that's just so gorgeous. I mean, like it's just so amazing. It's like a cover to a comic book. I know a lot of people have it, but yeah, truly in love with that one. Got this in the mail the other day. You might have seen me on Instagram. I showed the guy sent this in a box, like where am I? This big by this big by this big. It was inside an envelope with some bubble wrap, but it was just like loosely flopping around in the box. I texted him because he's the same one who sent my other comic uh, that was like really messed up in Miss Marvel #1. Um, yeah, it was. It's in good shape, but it was poorly packed. I texted him on IG, and I'm like, "Listen, I don't know what's going on. This is the second." He's like, "Oh man, I'll just emptied a storage unit. I'm so busy, and I'm working with a friend to sell off everything we found." I'm like, "I want your excuses. I want a well packed comic." So I didn't realize I dealt with this guy twice. I don't know, like maybe eBay has an algorithm where they like push things from sellers you've already gone to before. But I'm definitely never buying from him again. One last thing I got when I was hunting yesterday, and this is pretty darn cool. I saw this, and it was when I saw it, I thought it was just this. This is an ash can of the Max issue 2. Came with Wizard issue 51. It says right at the box, right at the bottom, exclusive supplement to Wizard 51. So I was like, cool. Uh, I don't collect the Max, but hey, Z, what's up, my friend? Uh, so I know that Rob Worst, not Mere Mint, does. So I'm like, cool. I showed him on IG. He's like, "Oh yeah, I've never seen that before." I'm like, "It's yours." So there's an AOK for Rob. But when I took this out of the bag, there was more stuff behind it. I was like, "Oh." So here's the mini comic that came with Wizard issue 53. That's pretty cool. And then here's the mini comic that came in with issue 50. Ah, Stimpy. No, Ren. I was doing Stimpy's voice, I think. I can't remember. Used to love the show back in the day. Don't whiz on the electric fence, electric fence, electric fence. Don't whiz on the electric fence. Anyway, Ren and Stimpy. So I thought that was really cool to get all three of those ash cans. And then there was more. Like, it just seemed like random stuff. And I have no idea if this came from Wizard or what. But little speeder bike card there. And this is all for like $7. Three ash cans, that, and then this, which is really cool, Marvel Masterpiece. Four Wolverine cards all on one little dare to compare Marvel Masterpieces. So I thought that was pretty darn cool. What's up? How much longer I need to go to UP? Just got a note from the wife. I need to go to UPS and run errands. We'll do Costco tomorrow. About 10 minutes. Guys, I can only be with you for about 10 more minutes because my wife's got to go to UPS and drop some stuff off. I got one more comic I'm trying to find, and I don't know where it went. Just came in the mail today. Excuse me a moment. Couldn't have gone far. It came with these two posters, but I don't know where the actual comic is. So I got another copy of. Oh, come on! I got to be able to find it. Oh, you guys watched the Chelsea game today? 3-0. Blues are on their way back. Gosh darn it! Well, I don't know, y'all. I got another copy of that John Tyler Christopher, the one over my shoulder in the corner there, the John Tyler Christopher Champions one Miss Marvel negative variant. So I'm building up my Miss Marvels basically to sell my. Oh, I know where I put it. Boom. So I now have a Miss Marvel #1, the Champions #1 John Tyler Christopher variant, and what's that third comic? And the Miss Marvel 1 in 50. I've got an extra copy of the costume one. So either going to sell those or hold on to those for a while until the fun hits, the TV show, the TV event. And then I got myself some first appearance of the Inventor, #5 from the 2014 run. And then finally, did I show it off already? And I got another copy of this. So back up to 2 of these, plus I think 2 second prints. I can't remember. I don't know. Lady Fantastic, if you are still there, this is your box so far. Tell me if you've read Day Tripper. If not, read this #1, and then if you like it, go get the trade. It's one of the best reads I've ever read. And then I got you Patriot and Wiccan and Speed, because you said you need those too. Oh, I got you sticky with your name on it, lady. That's it for me, ladies and gentlemen. I know there's probably a lot going on today. I'm going to spend some time doing Halloween stuff with the fam. We have a nice socially distanced pulley set up outside. So outside is that way, actually. I know you can't see it, but we'll just pretend outside. Nice socially distanced setup of pulley. So there's on one side of the wire, there's a ghost. On the other side, there's a bucket. And as we pull the bucket up to fill it with candy, the ghost comes towards you. And then when we pull the ghost back, the bucket comes towards the people on the street. And we have some doohickeys and whatnots, lights and stuff. My family is very not into scaring the fuck out of people, especially themselves. My son and my wife are not big fan of like the creepy, scary side of Halloween. They're more fan of the fun dress up side of Halloween. So we're sticking to the fun dress up side, which is fine by me. You know, I don't mind. Whatever works for the fam is good for me. So yeah, that's it. I just got a haul of comics, and so I wanted to show it off. Let's see. Like I said, tonight on Shorty's channel, about 2 hours from now, going to be a nice auction with the Saturday morning cartoon crew and the Key Unit gang melding together to the Saturday Key morning cartoon unit crew. That should be fun. A lot of good books, a lot of dollar books, and probably a lot of bigger books. What else is going on? I'll be on Who Dat's on Thursday, and I'll be doing more hauls as I get more hauls. The time to actually do an actual edited video about something of substance within the comic book world escapes me right now. Work is triply hard. I feel like a first-year teacher, right? Doing like 3 basically new classes where I don't know anything about the subject matter because I'm teaching in a whole new way. I feel like a rushed first-year teacher who's just not ready at all. And I have, I don't have time to like say, hey, let's go over this and do a show about this. And I'll start a series on X, and I'll do I'll do 10 episodes and I'll get this. I don't have the time, man. I just don't. So, um, I'll be on auction shows. I'll do live hauls. Maybe I'll do an edited haul, but I don't see myself doing anything beyond that anytime soon. I'm not a collector of Hellboy, so if anybody wants that first appearance of Hellboy, hit me up, make me an offer. I think it's immaculate. I'll probably hold on to this Star Wars and the Miss Marvel stuff and Champion stuff to a later date, but that's definitely probably since I've got all of those once, I'll be looking to flip those. And oh, I got one other thing for $1 that was kind of cool. That's my noise I make when I'm flipping through boxes and I'm not on camera because that's really, rude to not be on camera while I'm talking to y'all. But nobody ever said Tacoma had the social graces of the upper crust, did they? Dun, 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 bum. There you go. For $1, I got first appearance of Darth Bane. This book is heating up and picking up and specs all over. Idris has already done a good job of talking about how Darth Bane has appeared in canon TV shows to relatively no effect, and probably isn't the star to spec on. But that's what the spec game is all about. Some people see something and they're like, it's going to be big. Ahsoka was big. This was big. That was big. So we'll see. We'll see. It could be, or it might not be. I don't know, and that's okay. All right, now I really am done. I'm done with my drink. I'm done with you. You're done with me. I appreciate you being here. I guess I'm supposed to ask you to like and subscribe and stuff like that. So please do so or don't. I really don't care. I never want to have so many subscribers that I can't interact with all of them like on a reasonable basis. So I'm happy where I am. You all have a good night. I'll catch you later.